You found the proof. Maybe it's the texts, maybe it's the smell of cheap cologne. And now, the moment of truth. You know you have to confront her, but every man has the same fear. You don't want to break down, you don't want to beg, you don't want to look like a desperate, weak man who is pleading for her loyalty. Because if you do, she will never, ever respect you again. Today, we are going to break down the one single strategy for confronting a cheating wife without sacrificing your frame, without losing your power, and without giving her the satisfaction of seeing you broken. This is not about getting the truth. This is about showing her exactly what she lost. Brothers, my ex said I can never grow this channel to 2,000 men in a single month. I need you to help prove her wrong. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave a comment right now. When you go into a confrontation with a cheating wife, you are walking into a trap. Her goal is not to be honest. Her goal is to survive, to shift the blame, and to see if your emotional pain is big enough to make you weak. If you go in there angry, yelling, or crying, you lose. You give her the power. You prove her right that you are the emotional mess and she is the calm one. Your confrontation must be a moment of absolute power, not emotional leakage. This means you must prepare the environment and your mind. You do not confront her in the heat of the moment or late at night when you are tired. You do it when you are calm, centered, and physically ready. You do it when your mind is clear. Let's look at the first story. We'll call him Dan. Dan found the emails. He waited until his wife, Lisa, came home. He immediately started yelling. He threw the computer at the wall. He cried. He begged her to tell him why. He asked, "Do you still love me? What did I do wrong?" Dan was the loser in this story. What was Lisa thinking? She wasn't thinking, "My poor husband." She was thinking, "He is out of control. He has no self-respect. He is desperate. I can control this situation." Dan's emotional outburst gave her all the power. He gave her the reason to say, "I cheated because you are unhinged and abusive." She was able to play the victim because he lost his frame. If you lose control of yourself, you prove to her that you were never in control of the relationship. Never beg for loyalty. Never ask, "Do you still love me?" You already know the answer. The secret to a high-frame confrontation is that it is not a conversation. It is a statement. You are not asking for information. You are delivering a consequence. Now, let's look at the second story. We'll call him Stephen. Stephen took the logical lawyer approach. He gathered all the proof, the dates, the times, the hotel bills. He sat her down and presented the evidence line by line, demanding an explanation. He thought the undeniable proof would force her honesty. Stephen made the mistake of trying to win the argument. What did his wife, Chloe, do? She started debating the proof. That hotel bill was for a work meeting. That text was just a joke. She didn't admit it. She started lying about the details. She was thinking, as long as I can find one tiny hole in his evidence, I can keep the lie going. Stephen's focus on the evidence made him look like a low-level detective, desperate for confession. He handed her the escape route. The minute you ask for an explanation, you are asking for a lie. You already have the information you need. You don't need her to confirm your reality. The only reason you need proof is to stop the lie, not to start the conversation. The conversation needs to be short. If you are seeing yourself in these mistakes, I need you to stop right now. You are not weak. You have just been playing by the wrong rules. But we can fix that. We can build your spine back. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave a comment so we can keep this conversation going and get this truth out to more men who need it. Now, for the winning story. This is Jason. Jason found a damning text. He didn't look for more. He didn't get angry. He went out, got a coffee, and planned the next hour of his life. He came home, sat on the couch, and waited for his wife, Maria. When she walked in, she saw him sitting there, calm. No phone, no yelling, just silence. She knew immediately. Jason spoke first, his voice low and steady. He didn't say, "Why did you do this to me?" He said, "I know what you have done. The trust is gone. This is no longer my problem to fix. Your actions have ended this marriage. Get a bag and pack what you need for a week. We will talk about the future with lawyers." Jason was the winner. What was Maria thinking? She was thinking, "He doesn't need me. He is not broken. I lost the man, not the boy." Jason used the confrontation as a one-way street. He didn't ask for her story. He delivered the final consequence. He showed her his boundaries were unshakable. He showed her his self-respect was higher than his need for her. The key to confronting without weakness is to deliver the consequence before she delivers the lie. You must go into that moment knowing that your relationship is already over. You are not fighting to save it. You are fighting to save your own dignity. Your body language must be still. Your voice must be low, firm, and slow. You must never raise your voice. Raising your voice is a signal of emotional weakness. You are the immovable mountain. She is the desperate little stream trying to run around you. Your final statement should be simple. I know. This ends now. My decision is final. You do not need her tears. You do not need her confession. You need to protect your frame. You need to show her that your standards are non-negotiable and that you are willing to walk away from everything you built to keep your self-respect. That is the only thing that will make her respect you again, even if you are leaving her. So, here is the smart question I want you to answer in the comments below. If the goal of the confrontation is not to get a confession, but to show your unshakable value, what is the single most powerful action a man can take immediately after delivering his final statement? Drop your opinion in the comments section. Tell me what you think about Jason's move. Your thoughts help all the men here prepare for this moment. And if this video gave you the backbone you needed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are building the strongest community of men who refuse to be weak.